Hello and welcome to Sheba online classes, standard 7. Today I will be taking term 3. This is the book, all of you got this book now. This is term 3 we are starting with, and unit 1 prose lesson. Name of the lesson is Journey by Train. So how many of you have gone on a train? Many of us, isn't it? All of us love to go on a train, isn't it? So long distance, especially going on a vacation to long distance, everybody is interested, even from child to an old person. Everybody loves to go by train, isn't it? So this lesson is actually taken from that is an adventure novel. Name of the novel is Around the World in 80 Days. So this is actually it came out in serials, in TV serials, and then many there was even a movie had also come out in this thing, in this lesson. Okay, from this large extract, one small part is given to you. When this person, that is the characters are Phileas Fogg. Phileas Fogg and his attendant, his French attendant, his name is Passepartout, his name is, okay. So an Englishman, actually he is an Englishman, and his attendant is a French. So language problem, it will be like kind of an half and half English he will be talking, this Passepartout. His name is Passepartout, okay. So the pronunciation is the pronunciation should be in a French language, okay. So next is, so this lesson is taken, the author of the lesson is Jules Verne. Okay, let's start this lesson. Actually, it's a very interesting. Now, this fellow, this Phileas Fogg, no, he had that is around the world in 80 days. In 80 days, he had gone around the world. All the important places he had visited. When he had come to visit India, this extract is given. This as the lesson is given to you. So, where are the places he went to, how he went, and how he travelled, and what are the difficulties he saw, and what are the interesting facts he has experienced. Okay, so an Englishman, Mr. Phileas Fogg, along with his French attendant Passepartout, attempts to go around the world in 80 days on a wager of 20,000 pounds. Okay, dollars. Roughly it is 1.6 million. That is how much money he had. This much money, 1.6 million. That much money he had taken to go around the world. And how he got this money? He said by his friends at a reform club. He was a member of a club. And from there, he had collected so much money, and that money he has used to go around the world. Okay. Now, this is tract where Phileas Fogg travels through some parts of India. Now, where I told you before itself, this lesson is taken from where he had, when he entered India and till he left India, that part only he are going to study about, not the whole thing about the world. Okay. So, some parts of India at the time where the railways were being built in the country, the first time, that is when initially when the British were here, no, that time only the railways had been built. Okay, that is the railways were not totally finished, completed. Just it was starting, it was in the peak of starting. That is, they were starting to build the railway, put the railway tracks. In some parts of the places there were no railway tracks because it's under construction. So, with that difficulty, how he had travelled, just imagine. Okay. So, some places here, okay, fine. Then this had happened when? Centuries ago, okay, long back this had happened. So, that is taken as a lesson for you. Now the story starts. The train had started punctually. Among the passengers were a number of officers, government officials and merchants. Who were there in the train? Officers, government officials and merchants, along with Passepartout and Mr. Fogg. Okay, another one person also was there in the same compartment. What's his name is? He is Sir Francis Cromarty. He is one of the friends. When Mr. Fogg had visited this Mongolia, because he's gone all around the world, no, all around the world in 80 days. So when he went to Mongolia, he met this person. His name is Francis Cromarty. He was also with him in this Indian tour. Okay, so an hour after, now the train is leaving. Now all are sitting in the train. Now the train is about to leave. An hour after leaving Bombay, Mumbai's name was Bombay. Okay, the train had passed the bridges and the islands of Shalsett and had got into the open country. So how it went from Mumbai, it started, and from there it is passing lot of bridges, and then finally comes to an open space. Now it is going around that is on an open space where it's called the plains. Where is it going now? See, during the night, the train left the mountain behind. Now it's passing the mountains, it passes the bridge, an open space, and then it passed, at night time it has passed around the mountains, and then past Nasik, There's a place known Nasik, and the next day proceeded over the flat, well cultivated land. This is a Indo-Gangetic plain. There now he is passing around that place of Khandesh. Okay, the name of the place is Khandesh. The well cultivated lands, name of the place is Khandesh, and its straggling villages above the rose towers of temples. From as they are traveling, in this Khandesh you could see lot of temples. So as he is traveling, you could see the towers, the minaras, that is the gopurams of all the temples. This fertile territory is watered by many small rivers and clear streams, mostly tributaries of the Godavari. Now, why is it known as a fertile territory? Because fertile means there are lots and lots of crops, all the rice, wheat, and all the other millets and all the crops, mostly it is harvested there only. So this kind of that place is, why is it why is it called fertile? Means because there are so many rivers past that place, rivers, clear streams, and mostly tributaries of which river? Godavari. Okay, so he is going the train is passing all the places. Okay, now the route of the train, from where, how is it going? Then as Pasipatut were walking and looking out, could not believe that he was actually crossing India. Pasipatut was so happy, he was so thrilled to go across India. That is when he couldn't imagine that he is going to India. And then in a railway train. Okay, then this locomotive, that is this train, locomotive also known as train is also known as locomotive. This locomotive guided by English engineer. Now who is driving that? That is, he is an English engineer, guided by the English engineer, fed with coal, threw out its smoke upon coffee. That it is a steam engine. Steam engine means how does it run? You have to put in coal, isn't it? And with the coal, as it gets heated up, and then it leaves, as the train goes, it leaves out smoke, isn't it? Have you seen in movies? It leaves out one big funnel like thing and leaves out smoke, and in circles and circles it goes out. That when you're drawing also the train, you can see one big funnel up there, and then from there you can see the smoke coming out. So the smoke is going around as they are passing all the fields. The smoke is going all around the fields. What kind of fields are there? Cotton, coffee, nutmeg, cloves, and pepper plantations. And then you can see spirals of this full. As they are going, when you look back, you can see the spirals of the smoke. And where is the smoke going? Up to the palm trees. Palm trees are where? Fields are here, and the palm trees, tall palm trees. It's going up like that. Then in midst of this, then suddenly as they are going, then suddenly they come to big houses, that olden types houses are there, that is kind of under havelis or viharas. Viharas are actually monasteries vacated by the people, that is, they are just left there. Monasteries are, they come visit and they go away, that monasteries. So like temples and monasteries and big houses, bungalows, they are crossing. And then marvelous temples decorated by rich work of Indian architecture. As they are passing, it's something a treat to the eyes to see all this. Okay. Then they came upon vast areas extending to horizon with jungles where snakes and tigers lived, isn't it? Now where is it coming, the train? All that it is, I told you all the names of the places. Now it's coming. Then now it is entering into a jungle. Now jungle, what do you see? Animals, isn't it? Now when the train is passing the jungle, they could see all the animals jumping out of the track and they are running away, looking at hearing the sound of the engine. When the engine is coming, the train is coming, the sound of the train, it is frightening all the animals, and everybody are moving out of the track and running away here and there. And then they came to forests where elephants stood gazing. Only they could see big elephants, large elephants standing and staring at the train going by. But the other animals, they got frightened and moved away. Okay, and then as it passed, now the time is 12:30. The train stopped at Barhampur. The village, travelers made a hasty breakfast and started off for Ashurgur. Now they travelled along the banks of the small river Tapti. Now they are coming, they left, see the places, the forest they have finished, and then now they have come to Barhampur, they had their breakfast, and from there they are going to Ashurgur. And then now the banks of the small river Tapti, they are crossing river Tapti, which empties into the Gulf of Cambrai near Surat. Now they are going to Surat. From there they are coming to Surat now. And then towards evening the train entered the valleys of Satpur mountains, which separate the Khandesh from Bundelkhand. There were three, that was, now the time is 12:30 they left, and now the time is 3 o'clock in the morning, early morning, 3 o'clock. Okay, and the next is what? Now we come to session 2. Now for section 1, that's what we see now so far. Now section 2, let's see what we have in the section 2. In section 2, what is it? The train stopped at 8 o'clock. I told you 3 o'clock started now in the middle of the night, no? Then now it is 8 o'clock. Suddenly it came to a stop. After 3 o'clock, then came to a stop in another one place. Then what in Rothel, that is 15 miles beyond Rothel is a place. What everybody were, they came to us, they were surprised. What happened? All were shocked. Why is the train starting in the center of a forest like that? Why? What happened? Then everybody came out. Then there were several people had come out. The conductor passing along the passages shouted, "Passengers will get out here." So what it is? The one conductor, that is conductor means TT. Who we say as TT now? They are saying it as conductor. Conductor for us in the bus only, For them it is the conductor there. The TT is only the conductor. He comes out and says, "All the passengers, please come out. Come out of the train." Then Phileas Fogg, he was confused. Why? Why should we come out from the train? Our journey is not over, We are going to reach Kolkata. They are going to Kolkata actually, from Bombay to Kolkata. And from there they are going to some other places. Kolkata is still not come now. Why should we get down? He is asking questions. Then Sir Francis also was really confused. What happened? Why is this train standing in the middle of a date field? Lot of date trees, you can see acacias and date trees were there, and in the middle of that this train is stopped, has halted. Then curious passport, this is attendant. What he did is he went and found out. He went to the TT, that is the conductor, and said, "What happened, sir? Why are we standing here?" Then Monsieur, "No more railway." Then he came running and saying, "No more railway, no more railway." That is, he cannot talk English properly because he is a Frenchman. Okay, so he come, Passepartout will come and say, he'll come and tell Phileas Fogg, he'll say, "Master, master." Monsieur means Mister in French. "Monsieur, there is no railway, that's all. The train is going to stop here only. We cannot go further," he said. Then who was furious, who became very angry? Sir Francis. He said, "What is that? How can that be? No, not possible. I have paid the full amount. I have paid the full amount of the railway fare. How can they leave us here? That is not at all possible. I want to go to my destination, Kolkata." Then the general at once stepped out, while the Phileas Fogg calmly followed him, and they proceeded towards the conductor. Then what happens? All this Phileas Fogg was feeling very, why is Mr. Sir this Francis getting so angry? So he goes, Phileas Fogg goes and talks to Francis. "Calm down. Don't be confused or getting angry. Calm down. Let's see what we can do." Now they have announced that this is going to be, that's the last. So further we have to say, no, simply talking about that is no use. So let's see what we can do further. At the hamlet of Colby, do we stop here? Certainly the railway isn't finished. What not finished, he said. So that argument is going on. Then afterwards what happened is, when buying the ticket, it was told it is a through journey to Kolkata. Then the conductor said, "Sorry sir, there was a mistake in the papers." That is, handling the papers, there was a lot of mistake. So please bear with us. So there is some mistake. There is actually, the train will stop here only. It will not go further down. So there was some mistake in the papers, but your journey is fine. From the next, after you cross this place, from there the train journey will continue, he said. So then afterwards, Mr. Sir Francis get very irritated. Till then he is not at all satisfied with what the answer the conductor had given. So no doubt, he said. Then afterwards, then Fogg said, "This is a delay greatly to your disadvantage." "No, Mr. Francis, it was foreseen." Then what Mr. Phileas Fogg says is, "This was foreseen because the railways are being newly built. So we should bear with this. Do not be furious," he'll say. And then, "Not at all. But I knew that some obstacle." Mr. Francis will say, "Oh, then you know about it." He will start argument with Phileas Fogg. So all of you knew about this halt in the middle of the jungle. Then why I was not notified? So no, there is some obstacle because a long journey we are taking. Now newly built, that is, railways are being newly built in India. So there is some obstacle. Please bear it up. Don't be confused. Okay. And then afterwards, the section 2 is over. So what is the thing? A steamer leaves. From there, how are they going to Kolkata? They are taking a steamer. Steamer leaves Kolkata for Hong Kong at noon on the 25th. And so 25th, from there they have to go back to Hong Kong. Next journey, that is, after India, they have to go to Hong Kong. So the steamer there is already ready, that is waiting for them. Okay, so 22nd it leaves. So by somehow they have to finish the tour of Indian tour and go and reach that steamer in Kolkata. Okay, from there they have to go to Hong Kong. So today's date is what? 22nd. So 22nd. So somehow we'll make it. Don't worry, he'll say. 25th only we have to reach there. So 22nd, today's 2nd, we have to do it. Okay. Then afterwards, now then we are coming to the section 3. So section 3, what is it about? Then how is the journey? That is without the vehicle, what are they going to do? They are not going to walk all the way, no. They have to walk to a certain place, and from there only they have to take a vehicle to Kolkata. So let's see what they are going to do. That is the people there. Mr. Fogg and Sir Francis Cormatry, and searching for village from village. Every village they are going and searching for whether they are able to get a vehicle or not. But unfortunately, there was no vehicle at all. Then I shall go by foot, they said. Then Phileas Fogg said, okay, then let's go by foot. How long will they go by foot, isn't it? By walk, how can they walk such a long distance? So everybody were so confused what to do. Then Passepartout, who had been rejoined his master, said, Monsieur, I think I have found a means of conveyance. Then he went around searching everywhere, no? Like each one had gone to so many places to search to get any vehicle. But finally, Passepartout said, I found a vehicle. So everybody were, okay, all were very happy. Oh yes, what happened? Where is the vehicle? Then what he shows is a big elephant. So this is our vehicle. This will take us to Kolkata. Then everybody looked at him like one confused state. What is it? An elephant? An elephant, how will it take us? Elephant that belongs to an Indian who lives but 100 steps from here. So I have somehow got this elephant from him. Let us go on an elephant. Then afterwards, the name of the elephant is Keone. Keone is the name of the elephant. Rapidly for a long, this elephant actually travels very fast, it seems. And it goes on a journey, a very non-stop it goes, and it can reach the destination on time. So they were very happy. So this is nothing else they can do. No, there is no other vehicle in the village. So this only is the means of vehicle, that elephant ride. So Mr. Fogg said, okay, fine, let's hire him. He'll say, okay, we'll hire him. Whatever it is, we'll hire him. And then therefore Mr. Fogg proposed this to the elephant owner. He said, okay, elephant, so let him call the elephant owner, I'll talk to him. Then they spoke to the elephant owner and he said, okay, take us to the thing, what is the hiring charge? Then that man said, it started from what? 10 pounds. 10 pounds an hour. Then that man was not said, no. He said, no. Then 20 pounds. Like that it went on. Then 20 pounds, then came to 40 pounds. Even then the elephant owner refused. Said, no, sorry, I cannot take you for 40 pounds. What is it? 40 pounds I am giving you, still not taking. He said, no, not about, no. And then afterwards, Phileas Fogg, without getting in the least flurry, that he was not getting angry, then what he did is, then he first offered 1,000 pounds. He said, okay, I'm offering 1,000 pounds, take it, and then we will buy the elephant itself. Why to get it hired? We will buy the elephant itself. So he gave 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds. Even then 1,000 pounds also, that owner did not accept. Then finally, Phileas Fogg said, okay, that is, leave it. I'll give you 2,000 pounds and I will buy the elephant for myself. So what he did is, he gave the 2,000 pounds and bought the elephant totally for himself. And now he bought the elephant. He needs a person to that is minded, to drive like a driver he needs. Then afterwards, there was in the gang of those people who got down from the train, one man was he knows how to do that. So he said, I will serve as a guide and I will take you. So then everybody, everything was sorted out, and then the elephant was getting ready. Then what happened is, the skilled driver, they found a skilled elephant driver, and then the seats were also getting ready. You can see it in the book itself, how the elephant is being thing, that is how a saddle cloth attached to each side of the thing, and then two cloth, that is one kind of a cradle, and this side that is who was sitting there, Mr. Francis Coherty, and this side Mr. Phileas Fogg, and then in the center was Passepartout, and the neck of the elephant, that what's it called, the elephant driver. He was there, and everybody started going. They finished readying everything, and then all the baggage was tied up, and then from there they started their journey on an elephant. Okay. Sir Francis and Locke took the houdas on each side. Okay, then marching off through the dense forest now the time was 9 o'clock, and the dense forest of palms by the shortcuts. So somehow they tried and followed the track with the help of the driver, and they finally reached the destination. So this is the route he had taken to, he enjoyed, as they were travelling, he enjoyed every part of the way he had travelled in the Indian forest and the complete open fields of India. So this is the passage taken by Phileas Fogg, around the world 80 days, how he had travelled through India. So read this lesson once or twice. and then go that is look up the book back exercise. See you next class. Thank you.